The top news headlines. As part of Sanghalasi Iramda mission, CCSK plants 2,500 tree saplings at Kadi village, Tamai in Tamenglong district conducts free health camp. Two youth cadres apprehended by combined team of Assam Rifles, Manipur Police, huge cage of arms and ammunition recovered and in operation at Nungang village in None district. India records 30,773 new cases, 309 deaths in last 24 hours. Good evening everyone, you are watching Mami TV English News in focus with me, CHENGLEINGANBI KHAIDEM. I'll present to you about the hot news for today. Committee of Civil Society Kanglei Park CCSK has planted 2,500 tree saplings and conducted free medical camp at Kadi village in Tamai subdivision of Tamenglong district. The program was organized as part of Sanghalasi Iramda mission launched by the CCSK. The mass tree plantation and free medical camp was organized in collaboration with Kadi Village Authority, Sina Institute of Medical Sciences, SIMS, and Union of Private Rehabilitation Center, Kanglei Park. President of CCSK, Jitendra Ningomba, said the mission undertaken by the CCSK will help maintain good relationship between the hills and valley people. The mass tree plantation was organized with an aim to replenish the environment from deforestation caused by setting up of factories and mass tree felling in the hill areas. The CCSK targets planting of 50,000 tree saplings in different hill areas. Highlighting everyone's role in preserving the ecological balance, Jitendra appealed to the people to cultivate a habit of planting more trees when we cut down one tree. He said to maintain a cordial relationship between the hills and valley, it is necessary to communicate with each other frequently. In order to strengthen the brotherhood, people should keep individual mentally aside. He expressed concern over the improper connectivity and lack of primary health center at Kadi village. President of CCSK, Jitendra, thanked the medical directorate for granting permissions to organize a free medical camp at the village.
I know that the Jagasi, Akogi, Tamenglong district, Tamai subdivision, Makadaleba, Kadi, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, Habugi, 3 for the Tainamagi, Iriani, Haribu Iriasi, Hamchawi, Kasile, Mumsi, Sarukama from the Sulari, Masida, Manipur government, Makadi, Lady Basi, Akogi, Anova, Akogi, ecotourism parkama. Siamaya, but not like tourism, Kanoma Siamaya, Bagilami, Oto Sudu, Ganimandi, Maside, Urumutamda, young woman and the Pungi Ingba, Nungaiba, Adu Santi Pongo, I put to show the way, or any Amsung. I know Pangis, my not to Sungus or the Pangan.
A combined team of 29 Assam Rifles and police, led by Major Amrita Has and H, apprehended two cadres of Jalangro United Front (JUF) along with huge cage of arms from Nungang village in None district during a counter-insurgency operations last evening around 4:30. The apprehended cadres have been identified as Home Secretary of JUF, Gainunglang Kamai and Nungba, and NK Dirongbo from Chatwan village in None district. The team recovered 20 rounds of lethal, 172 rounds of tracer ammunition, 1 magazine of M16, 3 mobile phones, and 12 bore guns. A case has been registered against the two cadres under Arms Act for further legal action. India recorded 30,773 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, which is 13.7% lower than cases registered yesterday, according to the data released by the Union Home Ministry. The weekly positivity rate for the COVID-19 in the country stood at 2.0%, 3% less than for the last 86 days. The daily positivity rate stood at 1.97%, which is less than 3% for the last 20 days. The Health Ministry reported that the total case load reached 3,34,48,163 this morning, while 309 people died due to COVID-19 in the country in the last 24 hours, pushing the total death toll to 4,44,838. According to the Health Ministry, India's recovery rate stood at 97.68%. A total of 38,945 patients recovered in the last 24 hours, which pushed the total recoveries rate to 3,26,71,167 across the country. Intending candidate for the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly elections from Kaisamthong Assembly constituency, Nisikanta Singh Sapam today inaugurated 8 offices at different polling stations in the constituency. He inaugurated the office at polling number 37 and 38 at Pisum Oinam Lekai. Speaking on the occasion, Nisikanta said BJP is a very organized party. He added the performance of the intending candidate will decide who will get the ticket from the party for the upcoming general election. He said a survey team of the party is monitoring the candidates' every move. In politics, the person will get the reward for their hard work.
Vaccination, 24 hours service ambulance ki adu odagi da khoi gi covid ki matang da kena chawpa seva ai ke isai ta haijage aduga atopana kam tawi tawde dudi BJP party ki moi leiba survey chaliba kangbu BJP ko chali se kesu akhoi BJP Manipur su yam kan khangamoi survey chakhrabani aina tabada report loi yograbani aduna winnability da loi lakani man adu khangna ba da khaba adu natte sidi winnability ni politics ni vote ni sidi kaga da mi da lakada ngakani aduga aina side jam tang wam tak haijaninge mayam na akhoi da accused to ise nangai kai lege na ain kai hani social work haibase sidi akhoi gi aina kanano haidana tawgadabni tuminna tawgadabni aduga kana gi dangta mateng pangino adusu Hindi the Wahayam Labni, Neki Kar or Daria Medal. Have we have to adu Manalo Honogano? But only thing.
After the inauguration of election office, he attended a public meeting at Sega Road, Kwaramban, Lekai. Minister of Education S. Rajan and BJP intending candidate from Patso Assembly constituency H. Krishnananda Sharma flagged off a bike rally disseminating awareness on COVID-19 today from Sagulban Moirang Hanuba ground. The rally was organized by BJP Patso Mandal under Seva or Samarpan Abhiyan. Around 150 bikers will drive across the constituency to give awareness on COVID-19. Speaking on the occasion, Minister of Education S. Rajan lauded Patsoy BJP Mandal and Krishnananda Sharma for organizing the awareness program. The program was organized to disseminate COVID awareness to the people of the constituency. He appealed to the people to work together to beat the pandemic and get back to normal life.
Asigumba virus asina aikoi mioi bagi punsida amang ata thondaba amasung virus asidagi aikoina section tawrang kaya lokhatuna ngasi Bharat ki Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji na vaccination taunana bagi mipum khodimakta vaccine kaktopa amasung Bharat Sarkar na piriba Manipur Sarkar na piriba SOP ngakna satuna aikoi hairiba virus asidagi ngaktoktuna aikoi gi punsibu kalauba amasung tungi Aikogi Sigumba, Aikogi Kisanandagi, Saramagi, Lingjing Makada Hariba, Kempela Singasi, Chatpa Hoguni, Kempela Sina, Nasitali Madudi, Pasway Kendra, the Lariba Praja Kudima, Bharatiya Janata Party, Amadi Kisan, the Saramana, Pasway Kendragi Prajabu, Hariba Lena, taking Akuna, take the Kaidana Hingana, Wakaloladu, Hawagaloina, Pasway Kendragi Prajagi Punsi, Kananabagi, Adugumba, Kujang.
MLA of Wangkhem Assembly constituency, Kaisam Megachandra, led the foundation stone for an ecotourism destination park near Nongpok Tarang Saraba, Gwarok Mahadeva Shrine at Yaripok Kekru Gwarok Hills in the constituency. The program was organized by Kekru Idol Progressive Committee, KIPSI. The eco park will be built under the funding of Tourism Department and MLA Local Area Development Fund. The construction work for the surrounding of the park will begin as soon as monsoon ends. People will come to the shrine will be able to spend some leisure time at the park. Hotel facilities, handloom and handicraft stores and halls will be open at the park. MLA Megachandra assured to start the construction work for the road. The Eco Park will not only bring development to Kekru village but also to the constituency. MLA Megachandra appealed to the people to make it a success.
Tongan ba khoi vision mayam ama mafam sigi yamna fazaba adagi mafam sigi wa nga aga khunsina nga aga leiba adagi mafam sidai da achauba ati akhoi Sunday every Sunday kudingi Manipur gi mafam kudimaktagi laifam le nasida akhoi lai khoiramba lakpa adu da natana tongan ba occasion kaya agi dharma gi mari leina ba matam kaya da akhoi lai khoiramba Manipur gi adagi lai khoiramba lai maramaduna mafam sida tourism development se to matamda laikai sigi amadi wahim kendra gi praja singi yam chauthok chaba oiba loina laikai sigi economic activities tourism related economic activities akoi hengalan mangam gani.
Kanglei Park Students Academy KHA said shutting down of schools due to the pandemic has not only affected the academic calendar but also affecting the students. President of KSA Sukham Vidyananda said this during the one-day panel discussion on reopening of school, colleges and universities in Manipur organized by KSA at Classic Grand Day at Chingmeirong. Retired IAS Arginimai acted as the moderator of the discussion. Vidyananda said even though schools and colleges have remained closed, there is no one to stop the election campaign in the state. Commissioner of Education has already said they are ready to reopen the educational institutions anytime soon. Even DC of Imphal West is preparing to open to school and colleges by closely monitoring COVID situation in the state. If the government is gearing up to open these institutes, stringent steps must be taken up to avoid further spread of the disease.
School college ki laiba mayama haijab tai mama nen thamjaki bidu punam siang la kanda hojing maki on school college singa si hangmada matam charabra natraga sadribra hangdulurga na kari challenges akoi da mayu na yai aduga hangdraga na mairui konai da mangjeri ba suguma mayam si khanaba aduga hangdokpa matamda hangdokpagi potsi laagadi kari akoi na hangdokting mamang da section thawrang sing lakhot ka dege aduga kari challenges tu akoi na thengnagani aduna hariba mayam sing si akoi khanna naina ba medical experts sing academicians sing tongan ba school college university gi akoi gi oja sing gi association gi mihut sing yawba aduga apunba akoi panelist ko mathoi yoiba bangasi khanani nebagi panel discussion gi thormasi sinjabani.
Assistant General Secretary of All Manipur United Club Organizations AMUCO along with other organizations continue to extend help to underprivileged people of the state. United Meitei Pangal organizations in collaboration with AMUCO distributed rice to 55 households of Porompat Pangal Mamang Lekai, Porompat Pangal Maning Lekai and Porompat Thawan Thaba Lekai in Imphal East District. The distribution was conducted with the assistant of Star Sporting Club Porompat, President of AMUCO PH Nando Luwang and President of KHAIDEM Adil took part in the distribution. In their missions to provide assistance to 10,000 underprivileged households of the state, the organization has so far rendered services to more than 9,000 families. Dr. Pratita Charitable Trust and Diamond Radio Khongjom jointly organized a one-day free health camp today at the Trust Complex at Khongjom. Speaking on the occasion, Chairman of Dr. Pratita Charitable Trust and former Minister Moirangthem Hemanta said the free health camp was organized to provide some relief to the people during the pandemic. The health camp is organized every Sunday since September 5th. Ultrasound and X-ray facilities will be available in the next health camp.
सरकारी हॉस्पिटल दा प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल दा चटपदा कोविड ना मरम मरगा अवाबा कया जे मायुनाबा मदुदगी खरद वर्ष मतें पांगनाबा असुगुंबा डॉक्टर प्रतिता चेरिटेबल ट्रस्ट अमसुंग डायमंड रेडियो अनिना खुचनदुना सेनबा प्रोग्राम अमनी असुगुंबा फ्री मेडिकल केम असि नुमाइजिंग खुतिंगी चथबदा नतना हजि अखोगी ट्रस्ट असिना सिलगा मसिदा अल्ट्रा अखोगी अल्ट्रासाउंड लौननाबा अदुनी एक्सरे की मशीन अदुगा लैब की करिगी लेबोरेटरी की मैमजिंग मशीन अखोई यामना थुबा मतमदे यौरानी अदुगा लोइना अदुगा डायग्नोसिस की सेंटर अमसु हांगा ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯈꯨꯡꯒꯪꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯣꯍꯣꯔꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯁꯦꯛꯁꯟ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯐꯦꯁꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤꯁꯤ ꯄꯤꯅꯕ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯆꯕꯅꯤ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯑꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯃꯤ 100ꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯗꯣꯛꯇꯔ ꯑꯍꯨꯝꯅ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯦꯗꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯀꯦꯝ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯄꯨꯡ 9ꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯔꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ 12 ꯇꯥꯔꯛꯄ ꯑꯁꯤꯐꯥꯎ ꯆꯠꯊꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤ.
During the free health camp, 3 gynecologists and doctor of medicine provided treatment to around 100 people. The trust is sure to upgrade the medical facilities in the next health camp. Vice President of BJP Manipur Kisan Morcha, Ningreingam Kasung, organized a COVID-19 vaccination drive at Singcha village in Kamjong district under Seva Hi Sangatha. The Morcha also distributed edible items. Ningreingam encouraged the people of the village to get COVID jab to fight the disease. President of BJP Fungyar Mandal, K.S. Lakisan, lauded him for organizing the vaccination in the village.
Ingagak na matamasi pangbagi yam nungay jare maramdi kunja si singasi ki tamagta ojani ningreingam na kunja si lairba jana ba laidaba kunjani na adu mana ekhoi ki tamagta kya wana khan biraga ngasi no mechi sumaina jana ba hingna ba purak bibike ekhoi yam thagache matam khudingda Mangor Oishnu, Aina Equi Kun Mayam Mutta Enamasi, Isholming the Tagatsari.
Here we have a short commercial break. Please stay tuned for more update.
Chief Minister Health for All scheme, door-to-door health screening for primary health care and chronic disease management. To complete the primary health checkup for all the citizens of Manipur, the primary focus is early identification and diagnosis of non-communicable diseases (NCD). In the first phase, 1,118 villages will be selected, comprising all 16 districts. These villages are linked to 118 primary health sub-centers, 29 primary health centers, and 7 community health centers. Screening of non-communicable diseases, hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, kidney ailment, respiratory disease like COPD, 3 common cancer, oral, breast and cervical, etc. Mental health problems and stroke, post-stroke. Door-to-door screening of non-communicable diseases with a handheld screening device of a patient connected with doctors at command center by telemedicine. On-site consultation with doctors and prescription with free drug delivery. Issued in the public interest by Nelson Health Mission and Directorate of Health Services, Government of Manipur.
LX Sublimation. Pauna Bazaar, Imphal, JMG Shopping Complex, first floor. Mafam asida mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame, sublimation ki pot khuding mag wholesale da pangbigani. Items available are mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame. All the mentioned items will be available at wholesale rate in LX Sublimation.
Ibema, nangbu mobile dito sanale anu kaidorge. Mi naman na bilay je hoidi. Kari paramedical tamba sale habra kaino. Ado nangsu khara salaga hanguso dana. Yumna game sanarga adwain sum laibido kanaroiba. Chak char se lao. Lao ko.
Welcome back again after the break. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari said the final decision to continue infrastructure investment in Afghanistan, which recently came under the control of Taliban, will be taken by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. With Afghanistan coming under the control of the Taliban, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari today said a final decision on continuing infrastructure investment in the war-torn country will be taken by the Prime Minister along with the External Affairs Minister after considering the prevailing situation. Gadkari, who is helming the Road Transport and Highways Ministry, also said that while many infrastructure projects in that country have been completed by India, some are yet to be completed. Last month, the Taliban seized control of Afghanistan, ousting the previous elected leadership, which was backed by the West. The Punjab Congress Legislative Party CLP meeting, which was scheduled for 11 a.m. on today, has been deferred, with party sources saying that a consensus is yet to be made on the name of the new CLP leader. According to a report, a consensus is yet to be made on the name of the new CLP leader, who will be the new Chief Minister of Punjab after the resignation of Amrinder Singh on Saturday. The names of former Punjab Congress Chief Sunil Jakhar, current State Unit President Navjot Singh Sidhu, Trip Rajinder Singh Bajwa and Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa are doing the rounds for the post. AICC General Secretary and Punjab Affairs in charge Harish Rawat and party central observers AJ Macken and Harish Chowdhury are currently in the city. Congress veteran Captain Amrinder Singh resigned as Chief Minister of Punjab with less than 5 months to go for the assembly polls after a bruising power struggle with State Party Chief Navjot Singh Sidhu, and had said that he felt humiliated over the way the party handled the portrait crisis. Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has said he has initiated a dialogue with the Taliban for the formation of an inclusive government in Afghanistan. He praised for the inclusion of Tajiks, Hazaras and Uzbek in the new government. This comes a day after the SCO members sought representation for all ethnic, religious and political groups in the new dispensation. After coming to power in Afghanistan on August 15, the Taliban had promised an inclusive government. However, there is no Hazara member and no women in the interim 33-member cabinet. However, details of the dialogue were not shared by him or other officials. Imran Khan said that it was also important to ensure respect for the rights while making certain that Afghanistan would never again be made a safe haven for terrorists. The SCO leaders, in a joint declaration issued at the end of the annual summit of the bloc in Tajikistan on Friday, voiced support for an independent, democratic and peaceful Afghanistan free of terrorism, war and drugs. A pickup truck carrying Taliban fighters was the target of a bomb in the Afghan city of Jalalabad Sunday, local media reported, a day after at least 2 people were killed in a series of blasts in the area. Witnesses told local media that several wounded Taliban fighters were taken to hospital after the explosion, which one journalist said happened near an interchange for transport to and from the capital Kabul. Further details were not immediately available. At least 2 people were killed in Jalalabad on Saturday in the first deadly blast since the last US forces withdrew from Afghanistan on August 30. Now let's rewind up the headlines once again. As part of Sanghalasi Iramdam mission, CCSK plants 2,500 tree saplings at Kadi village, Tamai in Tamenglong district, conducts free health camp. Two ZUF cadres apprehended by combined team of Assam Rifles, Manipur Police, huge cage of arms and ammunition recovered in operation at Nungang village in Nonye district. India records 30,773 new cases, 309 deaths in last 24 hours. That's all of the news for today. We'll meet again in Mami TV English News. Thanks for your attention and goodbye.